Talk to me a little bit about price anchoring.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, right? So this is something I like to do as a sales tactic. I don't remember where I learned it. I mean, it's been in a lot of different books, but it's a sales and marketing strategy where if you can anchor your service to a much higher priced service by just, setting an expectation, level setting for what the price should be for a service that you're talking about, and then you come in with a price that's better than that, then there's an immediate attraction to what you're offering because their expectation was set. You anchored it to a price that was much higher, and it's subtle stuff. I mean, again, because we're relationship driven, I don't always do it in our marketing copy on our websites. I don't like to talk about our pricing on our website for the service side of what we do. I will for SaaS and products and things, but I don't do it with our services because I want them to have the experience of getting to know us first. And I find that as a marketing company in a marketing industry where everybody is a rat and they're going to take advantage of you, and that's sort of the defensive posture that clients come into in the beginning. When they get to know us and find out who we are, then it puts them at ease, and they're more apt to have those open discussions. But when I start talking about price with them, and they tell me, I'll usually start with something like, well, tell me what services you've used in the past. What did the last marketing company do for you? And they start going through and talking about all those things. And I'll just say, wow, that's a lot. I'm guessing that probably you're on the hook every month for, this amount. I gauge a little bit doing that too, because if they come back and go, no, it wasn't that much, then I can say, oh, you weren't getting what you were paying for then. I mean, no wonder you weren't getting what you wanted. Or if they come back and go, no, it was even more than that, I can go, oh, wow. So now I know where I'm going to be coming in. I mean, our price is our price. We rarely flex on that too much, but we know exactly how we need to approach it because we've anchored. We have a number that's out there. It's floating around in the owner's head, and it's on the table. It's been discussed. They don't know what our price is yet, but we know what we're selling against. And now I have the ability to come in through consultation, whatever I need to do to, offer a service and show them the value of it and convince them that what we're charging them has the value that is actually probably worth the bigger price ticket that we talked about.
So you're usually anchoring it against the previous agency that they use.
A lot of times, yeah. I mean, that's how I tend to do it because it's the easiest number, to pull out of a hat.
What if they've never worked with an agency before?
Yeah, I mean, back in the early days, that was really common for us. We'd work with a lot of one-truck guys who had never worked with a marketing company. The brother-in-law is the one who built the website, and the reason they're coming to us is because they're locked out of it and don't know how to update it. That's that sort of story. So there's not any comparison there. But lately, I mean, I'd say in the past 5-6 years, almost all of our clients have kind of grown up with us and they've all worked with other agencies before they come to us. But when you don't have a comparison, then you can set the expectation. The beverage industry does it all the time, or bars do it all the time. The common example is you have kind of a good, better, best selection on your menu where, you can get the 12 ounce, beer for this amount. You can get the 16 ounce beer for this amount. Or you can get the 20 ounce beer for just a little bit more. And so what they find is that nobody gets the 12 or the 16 ounce. They all go for the 20 ounce because it's anchored. I mean, the price is just set to appear more valuable, and that extra 4 ounces in the bigger thing is what everybody wants anyway. And so they're willing to pay that little bit of extra to get it. But the way that your pricing strategy as a bar is set is, you're pretty much anything after the 12 ounces profit, so you're just structuring your pricing in a way. And that's a huge discussion. And I'm certainly not an expert in pricing, but I use anchoring in that sense to say, well, we could do this for you and it would only cost this, but you're really not going to see the value there that you're needing. What I'm hearing is that, like, if we put you in this package, which is our middle of the road package, that you'd probably be a lot happier. Of course, there's their upper end package too, which is only like $300 more. But I really think that I was like, no, let's talk about that upper. What do I get for $300 more? Oh, well, that's this, and this, and you're also going to get a little bit extra communication or a little bit more access or that sort of thing. Then they're like, yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
I like that. I've seen that work in the, it's why just about every SaaS pricing page in the world has 3 different pricing tiers instead of just one. Because if you've got the comparison, you've got the illusion of choice, right?
Yeah, right. But too much choice and they're paralyzed. So you have to keep it easy.
I have to wonder about that because I did talk to a guy a while back and he said that whenever he notices people buying his most expensive package, he just creates a new, more expensive package. He's up to like 7 or 8 different pricing tiers now. Eventually that gets too many. You can't have 13. The page is not that wide, but...
Well, we did the same thing with Closing Commander. Instead of creating additional packages, I mean, we would always grandfather in anybody that bought it at X price. But we were constantly testing the upper limits of what people were willing to pay for our top tier price. And, so that package... You might come in today and it's, $299. You might come in tomorrow and it's $349. And you might come in a month later and it's $499. We just kept bumping it up, looking for where the ceiling was. And we did. We found a ceiling, for our product. And everybody does. But I guarantee if you haven't found your ceiling, then you're underselling. You're missing out on a lot of money on the table.
So many founders never actually think about testing it. They just kind of pick a price out of thin air or they copy their competitor's price and just... That's what they stick with. They never actually test it out scientifically like that.